What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today is Natasha Day. We're going to go all in on Natasha, multiple different game modes. We're going to see what she can do. Next up is going to be some PvP. Now, we're not going to be using our Drake in our PvP lineup like I have been using. We're going to go more with a traditional Transcendence hero lineup. I think I'm going to put a Rogan in, so that does mean somebody is going to have to sit on the bench. I think it's going to be Asmodel, but we're going to have to see. And then, of course, we're going to throw Natasha in. We could substitute her in for, like, Sword Flash. Just see. We'll try a couple different combinations. But just so you guys know what our setup is going to be on her, we're going to run a Holy Attack Stone. We're not going for speed on this build. We're throwing a Crown on her. Pretty offensive. I mean, no matter what, she's not going to compete speed-wise without a stone and a speed artifact. She is going to be V4, so she's going to be strong. We'll have to see. So let's go up against a couple people in guild here. Let's see some interesting lineups. So this is a Rogue and Drake team. I think just about everybody is still using the Drake setup right now. Yeah, most people are dropping other Transcendence heroes out for those support heroes. So it's funny to see Drake being such a big member. There's people out here now with already their third residence. There's some people without anybody in the residence. Other people like Neville here already has the third one unlocked. And a lot of people are choosing to put Drake in that spot too, which is interesting to get him more powered up. But yeah, Drake is the go-to. We're going to try to do it without Drake. Don't know how that's going to work. We're going to go up against June. June's got the same similar type lineup. So let's try this out. We're going to put you in the back row. We're going to throw some others in the front. And I think we're going to run something along the lines of this. So we have an energy feed style setup going here. We have Natasha. Again, I don't know what she's going to really do. Maybe if she gets like those 5 layers and we kill targets, it will be good. But we are definitely going to keep this speed on slow to see if we can see any type of interactions. We're going to do ×2 speed. Not too fast, not too slow. Natasha is going to be targeted by that Drake, so this could be really bad. But maybe she is a good finisher if you have a Jara that is just going to lock everybody down. Wow, that was pretty solid. So we have an active coming up this round from Natasha. So let me think. 2 enemies have died. She should have her full big 5 times layer active coming out here. So we're going to have to see how it works out. Is she next up? No, there's Rogan. There's Sword Flash. Oh, she's silenced. Are you kidding me? Vesa kind of locks down heroes now that require their active abilities to do anything. So she's just going to do another basic here. Not going to do much. I don't even know if she's going to get to an active. We're going to have to see. Dropping that Vesa down below 50% HP kind of hurt us. We'll have to see. Maybe she can do something with her active if anybody's still alive, that is. Now, it is going to hit 2 targets, and there's 2 alive. All right, so let's see how this works out. Come on, all the counterattacks. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, my goodness. Don't kill the Vesa. I want to hit her. I want to see how this works out. I mean, it was decent damage. It was decent. It wasn't anything special by any means. Let's go up against some other teams here, maybe some much stronger teams to see if she can survive, if she can do anything. The problem is she's not really... Oh my goodness. Problem is she doesn't have damage reduction. So she's going to get melted anyway by the Drake. So like the fact that she's the weakest, it kind of means she's just going down. But there is a positive to that, is that they're not going after someone else. They're going after her. So she's like a fodder hero that doesn't really need much. Otherwise, that Jara would have got hit round 1. Okay, yep. You can see why Drake is such an important hero right now, which we'll probably talk about him a little bit later in this week. Why Drake is such a meta hero right now. And it's just the interaction mainly between the Rogan, the Sword Flashes, and the Drake's defense down going on the highest attack, lowest, or basically lowest HP target on the battlefield. And you can just see how it changes the tides of battles. You pick apart one target at a time. It went from the meta of tons of AoE damage to instead pinpoint targeted damage. So maybe Natasha could work in a setup like that. We can actually give that a try right now. So I'm gonna take this off of the almond raw, I think, right? I should really swap some stuff around too while we're at it. Let me claim a couple things while we're here since the timers are up. Get that going. So let's just do this. Let's change this back to who it should be, which should be our sword flash. Let's get you back in here. I'm tired of having you in there. Let me fix everything, switch some stuff around, get the Drake powered up, and I'll show you what the team can actually look like. So one cool thing I kind of figured out is that the newest hero, Natasha, is actually one of the householders for Drake. So we don't have all of them that we can full out fill, but again, we're going to put him in there because keeping him alive is actually a really important part of this. So we're not going to be upgrading anything really on this island. You'll see everything is at level 1. He still gets minor bonuses because of course even at level 1 you're getting like 5% stats transferred over versus here where you're getting 26% stats. Yes, our sword flash is going back in. We're going to see if this more assassin team can work out. Our sword flash with a crown, and we're going to throw a speed attack stone on her. Attack. She's still in the almost 1.2 million attack range. So let's see if we can find a little bit better of a setup here. We'll go up against the same team we were just up against. However, we are going to add that Drake in. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to sit... Man, I almost want to sit the Jara in this setup now. I think I want to sit the Jara, throw the Drake in. And if we do that, I think we might want to tweak some artifacts as well because we don't really need energy feed with this type of setup. Now, as you see, it does mean Natasha is still pretty much useless in this team. Why? Because Drake's going to target her. Everybody's going to go before her. She's going to get completely demolished. She's not going to do anything. Whereas, you know, if you throw in maybe like a Rogan or something and then you're competing on speed, you're just not going to have a chance. She's going to do literally nothing in your battles. But if we come in here and say we were to drop her out, just for example, throw another Rogan in, we actually have a chance to go before the enemy team, which, you know, that can be good. Our Drake is now the lowest, which is not a good situation. Even with a crown and all those setups, you can see why picking apart Drakes is going to be such an important thing. Let's go against some other teams that aren't as powerful because, I mean, we're going up against a big heavy hitter here. Let's go up against something a little bit more in our power range. It's a big difference in power when you look at it like that. Let's actually get the first one in here and then Natasha. Let's see if we can see any types of synergies in PvP. I feel like she might be decent in PvE, but PvP, I think she's just going to really be lacking. And honestly, having this type of energy feed setup, I don't think is going to be beneficial to us either. Because you really don't want her having an active in round 1. Because if she has an active in round 1, she has 0 layers. So her ability is literally going to do nothing right here, right? Like she's just going to tickle the enemies. Well, I mean, she did still take a lot of damage and kill that Jara. I mean, maybe she has some finishing power, but again, a lot of it has to do with having the Drake in the lineup now, having that defense down. We'll see how this battle keeps going. So she did get a decent heal there when the enemies are dying. So now she has a ton of layers. I mean, it was actually better than I was expecting as a PvP hero. Because we are facing someone who's more our power level. We're not trying to hit up too far. Let's see how this works out again. Sitting the Jara might be a good thing for this account. But again, star of this is the interaction between that Drake and that sword flash. Now, we might be able to get away with using... Oh my god, she already melted. I was going to say, we could actually do something kind of crazy with only a sword flash on the team and go for a very offensive meta team here. Because we still are going to win this. But again, it's really down to that sword flash. What if we were instead... Where was the team? Was it Neville? No. Oh, I think the team order... Man, our team is set up right here is not the strongest. You can see how much lower our attack is in this type setup. We can try doing something like this and do something funky too. Since we do have a predominantly assassin team, we could go and do something very offensive with a ton of energy feed, which actually, is the energy feed even worthwhile? I don't know. It does give the sword flash a round 1 active, I believe, right? Or does she still go first? No, she still goes first. So technically that energy feed is a little wasted. Granted, it does give bloodthirst to our allies, which is going to help a ton. We immediately proc the silence, which is interesting. Drake did go down. The defense down is not out either, but Natasha's just too squishy, and you got to realize she's dying before even like the Rogans are, and the Rogans have demon bells. She has a splendid crown on her. It is interesting to see that this could work though. At this point though, that's a big no. That's a big no. It's always fun doing some weird setups, but she does have some potential. I think in like the pure endgame meta though, it's just she's taken up a slot that you really want another hero to fill. Like even here, if we go in with a team that doesn't even use a Rogan, there could be potential, but then again, you're going to have speed disadvantage overall. And again, Natasha is going to be essentially the weakest and the target of the Drake and the Sword Flash. So you really need to strategically place who is your lowest HP target, because that interaction is just going to like just shred them to pieces. So as far as PvP goes, it's really hard to fit her into the meta. I'll keep trying different types of lineups and everything, but I just don't feel like she's going to be a PvP hero at all. Maybe if you build her a lot more tankier, pure HP stats, it could work out, but then again, she's there to kind of be a finisher with her active ability. Energy feed is kind of counterproductive to her. If you're not killing enemies, you're not getting stacks of crystals, so you're just going to be doing 0 layer attacks that hit one target. You can pick the target off. It hits multiple times, so it gets through Unbending Will. But overall, in my opinion, not a PvP hero. We'll continue to investigate her and see if we can find any type of setups that do work. If we do, you'll definitely hear about it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. See you guys next time.